Hello, everybody. I'm going to give a few minutes to let some people get on. See, there's a couple people. Hi. We have about a minute or two. Let some more people get on the live. Give about one more minute. Got 4 people. Awesome. Like I said, we're going to give it about 1 more minute before we get started. Just to give people a chance to click on that notification. Oh, we're up to 7. Hey, everybody. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started. My name is Amanda. I am the East Central Recruitment Specialist for Girl Scout Spirit of Nebraska. And today I'm going to talk to you for just a few minutes about our new Growing Girl Scouts pledge. So we're going to talk a little bit about what that all entails, what that means, ways you can help, and what we're looking for. And then hopefully have some time at the end for some questions that shouldn't take too much of your time. So like I said, my name's Amanda. I am the East Central Recruitment Specialist. So that's the Omaha, Douglas, Sarpy County area. We have 6 recruiters across the state. So who your local recruiter on kind of depends on what part of the state you're in. So we have 6 of us that are here on staff. And the Growing Girl Scouts Pledge is basically our way of reaching out to our volunteer network for help with those recruiting efforts. Because as you know, Girl Scouts can't be what it is without our members. And with 6 recruiters and over 200 school districts in the state of Nebraska, we just simply can't be everywhere at once. But volunteers can help with that. So what is the Growing Girl Scouts Pledge? So Growing Girl Scouts is an opportunity for our volunteers, our girls, our troops, and our families to be able to help the council introduce Girl Scouting and girls to Girl Scouting within their communities. So like I said, across the state we have 6 recruiters and we have over 200 school districts in the state. That's a lot of school districts and not a lot of staff members to cover that ground. So we are asking those of us in the organization to help us with that. So how can you help with Growing Girl Scouts? You should have gotten an email. If not, I will be posting a blog link in the chat towards the end of the live session to the blog post that gives you all of the same information that I'm going to give you right now. So how can you help? You can pledge to assist as an adult, as an individual girl member, as a troop, as a family. There's lots of different ways you can pledge. So as an adult, if you pledge to assist, we might ask you to represent Girl Scouts at a back to school night or at an open house. Given the current situation, we understand that because of COVID-19, those in-person back to school events may not happen, but we're still really hopeful that we'll be able to have like a traditional back to school recruitment season. But if those don't happen, if they can't happen in person, a parent of a child that already goes to that school or that has a relationship with that school is probably going to be more likely to get in to that event if they're restricting how many outside organizations can come in, which is completely understandable. So like I said, we might have you represent Girl Scouts at a back to school night, at an open house. If you have community events in your neighborhoods, in your towns, we might ask you to do that too, especially if you know of some that we might know of. And I just saw in the chat that kids should be back in school this fall. Yes, they absolutely should be back in school, but we're not sure if the administration is going to have some restrictions on how many organizations outside of the school can come in for those events, which I feel like is completely understandable. So we're just kind of trying to cover all of our bases in that regard. We may see if you're interested in hosting a registration night or a sign-up event. So in some kind of venue, church, school, something like that nearby, you could host a registration night, host a sign-up event, invite girls in the community to come and sign up for Girl Scouts and get more information that way. We may ask you to make some calls to some interested families. Sometimes just hearing from a parent or a girl in the organization can kind of help answer some questions for them, get a feel of what it's really like. People like to hear from other people and not just staff members sometimes. As far as what an adult will get out of pledging, we are offering a free t-shirt. So if you pledge by the end of June, by June 30th, you will get a free t-shirt that will be pictured on the blog post that I will put in the chat towards the end. So once again, pledge if you're interested in pledging, pledge by the 30th, and then you get a really cute free t-shirt. Girls can also help, like I mentioned. They can invite friends to their troop meeting or to a troop activity. We have some really cute invite a friend postcards that they can fill out kind of like a birthday party invitation and give to their friends. Those have worked pretty well in the past. They can talk to their school administration about Girl Scouts, about what Girl Scouts do, about all the great things that Girl Scouts do for their community. Sometimes hearing from a student that's in an organization can kind of help keep that on their radar. They can help you represent Girl Scouts at one of those back to school nights, open houses, community events. I've found personally in my own recruitment experience that young girls, especially like Daisy Brownie age, really, really love seeing like a junior cadet, senior ambassador level Girl Scout in uniform. It's really impressive, and I always say I like to think I'm kind of cool, but nothing's going to be quite as cool as another girl closer to their age in that Girl Scout uniform. So they love seeing that. And what better way to talk to a girl about the Girl Scout experience than from the perspective of another Girl Scout, right? Girls can also make calls to interested families if they're comfortable with that. All girls who pledge to assist in the Growing Girl Scouts pledge by June 30th will receive a free Growing Girl Scouts patch, which is also pictured on the blog. So, kind of wrapping up, if you're ready to pledge, if you're ready to help out, what do you need to do? What do we need from you? So in that blog post that I'm going to link to you, or in the email that you should have received, there should be a link, and you're going to click on that link and you're going to select from a couple different options of how you want to pledge. So you have the option, let me pull up my notes here, make sure I get it right. So if you are ready to pledge, ready to help, you want to get that free t-shirt or that free patch, you can either pledge as a troop, a group, or a family, or you can pledge as an individual girl member or an individual adult. So it just kind of depends on what works for you, what works for your family. After you take that pledge, after you give us your information, probably within a couple days afterwards, we will be reaching out to you. So your area recruitment specialist, if you're in the Omaha, Douglas, Sarpy County area, that'll be me. Depending on where you're located, it'll be one of our other recruitment specialists. So it could be Carrie if you're in kind of the Lincoln area, Callie if you're in kind of the Norfolk area. If you're in sort of the middle swath of the state, it'll be Pat. If you're on the other side of the state, Michelle. If you're in kind of the rural area around Omaha, it'll be Anne. We'll reach out to you, get in touch with you, and then we'll be giving you additional information as we get it. So we are setting up online trainings for recruitment. So what to wear, what to say, those kinds of things. Any questions that you may have, we're setting up those online trainings. As of right now, we're shooting for Wednesday nights, but if that doesn't work for you, we can always, kind of find something that will. We will also be setting up time to get you your recruitment supplies. So things like pamphlets, interest forms, pens, those kinds of things, as well as your t-shirt and or your patch. We will assign you to a school open house or a community event. And then after the event that you attend and recruit for us at, you'll get us your finished interest forms so that we can contact those people and get in touch with them about registration. So that's pretty much the gist of the Growing Girl Scouts Pledge. If you've got any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat. Like I said, I'm going to link you that blog post. If you think of a question later, you can always feel free to reach out to us. Member support can get you in touch with your local recruiter. And we are also always open to recruitment ideas. So if there's something that you haven't really seen us try, let us know. If there's an event that's happening in your community that you've never seen Girl Scouts at, let us know. We'd be happy to represent there. We'd be happy to reach out and see if we can have a table. So just kind of keep us in mind when you start seeing those things pop up as the weather starts getting nicer and warmer. So with that, I'm going to give you a couple minutes while I copy and paste that blog link. And if you have any questions right off the bat, put them in the chat. If not, if you need to sit on it for a little bit, that's okay too. Just let us know. You can always email member support if you're in the Omaha area. My email address, I will put that in the chat as well so that you have that. But that's all I got for you. So here is that blog link. So that's copied and pasted into the chat. And then, let's see, for the Douglas and Sarpy County area, I will put my email in the chat as well too. Okay, there we go. So, does anybody have any last questions, anything right off the top of your head? I'll give you a little bit to do that. Happy to answer anything that I can. Okay, well, I'm not seeing any questions coming through. So if you think of anything, my email's in the chat. If you're not in the immediate Douglas and Sarpy County area, or if you don't want to email me directly, feel free to send those over to member support and they can connect you with the appropriate person to answer your question. The blog post is linked as well. If you haven't pledged already and you're interested, please do so by the 30th of June so that we can get you that t-shirt and that patch. Make sure you check out that blog post. And I just want to say thank you so much for your commitment to Girl Scouts, for your commitment to our organization, and for your continued commitment to building girls of courage, confidence, and character. Thanks.